baby duck. What are we doing? We heading to the tree of life. We got it there. That's before is this.
There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. There are places up ahead far worse than this. You can never have too much scrap, plastic or otherwise. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above.
Dang. I guess let's Millennium Falcon the fudge out of here.
Worrying to have tons of rock and soil above you. Out of date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots. It's important to stay grounded. Out of date says there's a time for everything, and now there's no use thinking of the past. Think of the present, because that's where you are. If you continue to do good, if the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark. He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree. Out of date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to it. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner... The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned up. It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival... He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship. The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm. Out of date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east. Out of date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll... He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped. Out of date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Maybe I haven't done Noko.
Out of date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He wonders what's on your mind. Says you'll meet again.
Stuff out of date.
written on this thing.
The world is so much smaller underground.
Me don't know go. Frickin' kabobo.
Knows you have the Ark's fuse all trimmed and ready to go. Can't wait till you light that candle. Too true, but sprockets like that still thinks it's great. Could you enlighten him as to who you plan to bring along on your journey into the...
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
A conscious choice to be alone.
The thing we're really missing...
The world would be a better place if we were left alone to handle it. Then we'd only have to talk to ourselves, and that's how you get the...
Well, anyone in their right mind would agree you're better.
Figures you know best who would illuminate your travel. Mito says he's ready to illuminate your world. Says you'll meet again. The mountains tower above any tree. You have a good eye for that stuff. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first.
Noko.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost it. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. is sure they'll come back on their own once you stop forcing them. Hopefully not to haunt you, though. You've suffered him. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature. Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. The choices can be overwhelming, but you have to choose, or you just stay where you are. And what kind of choice is that? So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights do. They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater. She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it.
Where is this?
Things are happening. It's not just anyone that's awake and moving. You found the Majut Meadow. Watch out for the Majut.
You two, stop it.
It's time to do what's right, for certain values of right. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But she says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately, the Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that she says that you should find some bonbon gummies for them. She figures the choosies from the...
I've already got popcorn gummies, don't I?
Let's see. The woods are where you should be most at peace. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those. Once the power ran out, it made sense. Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they did. Watch your step here, and you might find... Found it, even under all the muck in the Gnote pen. Hard to believe the Gnotes didn't trample it. They seem faster than you, and don't forget that when you ride them, they do all the work to keep you moving. You should keep moving. Can't let those... What do you think of this place? Let's see. Who can stand against that? Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Oh, it's locked. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for the what you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. The loop is electrified enough to spark.
What do we got?
No better time to get moving than daybreak. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Now you're styling. Snazzy hatter. Is that a ray of hope? Well, what do you know? It's time to create your own path. Seems like a peculiar item. Want to get your arms swole? Got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good. Looking better. Get things done before the darkness falls again. The day is wasting. Time to get to it. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But she's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the Gnotes. That's not so far away. It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mount to safeten up your ride. It can become quite...
I'm 100% gonna get lost in these mountains.
The mountains sure are beautiful. Give it a little kick. Says you should take the time to enjoy what we have. They love the juice that Jumble makes. So good. He gathers ingredients from all over. Surprisingly tasty. Claims Jumble travels everywhere, so he could... Says it's hard to find Jumble, but it's so worth... Keep on the lookout for him, and you should... Then buy a juice from him fast, before he runs out. Says they hope you find him soon. The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Not opening for you. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the fields. Slice and dice. Hug the ground if you like. The mountains don't care. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Nothing like light to brighten your day. Now hold on. Sit. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechanism. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. Tell it to gallop. Don't know what that e-waste was.
Doing a little quick fast travel over here. Ah, I just realized I was supposed to be taking over camps on this one, but I completely forgot to do that. So, maybe in the next one.
Swifter than ever.
Where's my mud punch? I want my damn mud punch. There it is. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
So few trees to top the mountains. Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of Bon Gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut... Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Brightlight. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook. You and the Netra tribe share ideals, and that's a risk. True balance requires equal parts of... Seems surprised you have to go. Mito says he's not only into those who... He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to You really do need them alive. Dead. Where are the control sticks on this thing? This might be the end of everything as we know it. You can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap. This story needs a hero. Glittermoth Cave is right here. That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work. She won't... The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
Very?
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies Mountains.
Inadabsunka?
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf.
Amdo?
It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. There's not much left of what we used to call our world.
Cute. Alright, we're going back to see if we can break through this dang cage. And then it's off to continue the tribe war. Good stuff, big boy. Finally got my googly birds. Scorched the... Ooh, torque tail. Alright. Good job. That's how we open caves. Alright, that's gonna do it for now. I need to go eat something. And I will be back with more Whoa. I will be back with more Biomutant. Stay safe, stay happy, do all the good things, and I'll see you in the future.